Hello Aries, welcome to Spiritual Guidance Tarot. Today I'll be going through your monthly April 2018 reading. Okay, so I have shuffled the cards, I've laid them out. It just makes it easier than rather than going through all the process of shuffling, and it saves time as well. Okay, so just to let you know which cards I'm using today. It's, first of all, for the main spread, I'm using Golden Tarot by Cat Black. And also I'm using the Angels Answers deck, and that's by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Also, as for a romance, sort of like romance advice, I've got the Romance Angel cards by Doreen Virtue again. Oops. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go through the reading with you. And let's go straight into it. Okay, so first of all, we've got the Death card. And the Death card showing here, if I just take 3 of cards together. So in the central issue, so this is what's going on in the present, you've got the Death card reverse, you've got the 2 of Wands, and you've got the 10 of Wands. Okay, so when the Death card's in the reverse, it's showing here that you're unable to let go of a situation. When it's in the reverse, or someone, as a result, you're not experiencing any changes in the present situation because of it. It could be because you've got 2 choices with the 2 of Wands here. So you've got 2 paths. It could be that you've got 2 loves, you've got 2 passions, you've got 2 projects. You're not sure which sort of path to take, and probably one of the reasons why you're not able to change the situation just yet. And then to add in the mix as well, with the 10 of Wands, you feel burdensome about some situation, or you feel burdened in a situation with a lot of responsibilities. So it could be in the present situation that you're not experiencing any changes because you've got 2 choices, 2 paths to choose from, and because of this choice that you have to make, you feel burdened by it. Okay? Now, in the recent past, we've got the 2 of Coins in the reverse, we've got the Knight of Swords in the upright, and then we've got the 3 of Swords in the upright. Okay, so the 2 of Coins in the reverse means you're letting go and having to weigh the pros and cons of a situation. So you know what it looks like, and here it shows that you're weighing pros and cons of a material, of financial and material related matter, but in the reverse it's showing that you stop doing the weighing the pros and cons, which is good. It means that you're not in that state of having to choose. So you're coming out of that, and with the Knight of Swords paired with this, is showing here that you could possibly run into a air sign. Relatively quite young air sign. It could be a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. This person is basically very very quick, a restless individual who moves fast in situations, who's fearless, who uses logic to get through in situations. Okay, so there may be someone around you here, well, someone around in the past, in the recent past, where you're probably weighing the pros and cons of this person in a situation. Or it could be someone who has the qualities of the air sign in the chart. You've got a lot of air in the chart as well. With the 3 of Swords paired up with this, it could be that you start to read the pros and cons of a situation on a practical material level with an air sign, because you're overcoming some healing with this person in the recent past. Okay, or there is some form of healing going on by weighing the pros and cons of some situation, perhaps something you want to pursue on an intellectual level, something where there was some sort of loss where you're having to heal from some sort of maybe some intellectual, some training, or some sort of intellectual venture here that didn't perhaps work out as expected it to. So with the 3 of Swords in the reverse, it's kind of healing from that. In the upright, it's showing that there is loss, there is heartache, but in the reverse, it's showing you overcoming that in the recent past. Okay, so now I want to go on to the distant past before we move on to the other cards. So we've got the distant past here, we've got the Queen of Cups, King of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So the Queen of Cups could represent a water sign individual. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. Very emotionally mature, very caring, very nurturing. This could be possibly be a counsellor as well, or an advisor of some sort. But perhaps with the King of Wands in the reverse, which again could represent a another people's card, which is a King of Wands. It could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So it possibly could be you in the situation or someone else, where you're not seeing eye to eye. You don't feel kind of motivated or encouraged to deal with this person, perhaps. Why? Maybe because you felt like initially there was some standstill, but it feels like you're coming out some sort of standstill with this person now, with the Hangman in the reverse. That's in the upright and that's in the reverse. So there could be that there's some stagnation, there could be left in a limbo with this person, but perhaps you weren't happy with the situation with this water sign individual in the distant past, which you weren't happy about in the reverse. As being the fire sign, you weren't motivated or you weren't really enthusiastic about the situation, but then it seems like you're coming out of some limbo, you're coming out of some sort of stagnant period with this person. Also, looking at so we've done the present situation, we'll do the root cause as well. So in the root cause, we've got the King of Coins, we've got the World card in the reverse, and we've got the Nine of Cups. So it seems like with the King of Coins, it could be possibly an earth sign individual, Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. And with the World card in the reverse, it's showing that perhaps there's not going to be a new cycle with this person. Perhaps it's not going to enter a new phase with this person here. Because normally in the upright, it shows with the World card, entering a new cycle, a new phase. But here in the reverse, you're not entering a new phase at all. But it looks like you still either feel emotionally content about the situation, or perhaps that you don't want things to change with this earth sign. You don't want it to enter, you're happy where the things are, so you feel emotionally content. Or they feel like that. Okay. The overall energies then. So in the overall energies we have the Lovers card, which could possibly be a Gemini because it represents a Gemini in the tarot. We've also got the Kings of Cups paired to that, which is a mature, perhaps water sign individual, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And we've also got the Six of Cups. So potentially there could be a relationship developing with a water sign. You're probably already in a relationship with a water sign, perhaps when it's going to enter a new phase, or you're entering a new relationship with this water sign individual, where perhaps you're feeling nostalgic, you're looking back at the past, perhaps there's someone returning from your past with a water sign individual. Right, so looking at the recent future card, excuse me, we've got the Page of Swords in the upright, we've got the Nine of Coins in the reverse, and then we've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. So it's showing here that you're looking to venture out in new territory on a intellectual capacity. However, you're not feeling emotionally content in a situation. Or not would say emotionally content, but rather on a materialistic level, you don't feel content with what you have in the reverse. He is feeling content with what you have in the upright with the Nine of Coins. Here, with you venturing out on a new intellectual path, you don't feel probably content with what you have. Maybe you're learning something new. It could be a career that you're involved with at the moment, a new career, a new job, new training. You're not content with it. However, it seems like you are coming out of conflict with the Five of Wands in the reverse. So the advice card for this then, Aries, you've got the High Priestess card. You've got the 8 of Coins and the 8 of Wands in the reverse. The High Priestess represents someone who is very spiritual, who's very intuitive, who's quite impassive, lets go, lets God in the situation. And with the 8 of Coins, it's showing here perseverance. 8s represent perseverance for me. And this is your financial sort of world, or your financial matters. Perhaps persevering to look after your finances. But you feel like things aren't moving forward. So perhaps what you do in an advice situation is to use your intuition to look after your finances, or to persevere after your hard work to create finances for yourself. Because if you don't, things aren't going to move forward or fast enough as you like it to in a situation. Now looking at the external factors, what's externally affecting the situation. So we've got the Queen of Swords. We've got the Magician in the reverse. And with the Devil in the reverse. So the Queen of Swords could represent again an air sign, which is a Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. This is someone who's very fair, very impartial. She thinks with her mind rather than her heart, but she's very fair in what outcomes she wants to present to other people. And with the sword, she cuts through any crap, basically. What she believes not to be true, what she believes not to be fair. But with the Magician card in reverse, it seems like with this individual, some things are manifesting with this air sign individual externally. It's probably because they're coming out of a toxic situation at the moment. And that's probably why something's not manifesting, because they're coming out of a toxic situation here. So it could be someone that you know on a someone at work, a colleague perhaps, or it could be someone close to you that you know, where something's not manifesting with this air sign individual because perhaps they're only just starting to come out of a toxic situation. Here, the Devil card in the reverse. And then we have the Hopes and Wishes and Fears card. We've got the Three of Cups in the reverse, the Page of Wands, and then the Queen of Wands. So the Three of Cups in the reverse, well, in the upright, first of all, represents social, party, camaraderie, and all that type of thing. It could represent third party as well, with it being a 3 number, Three of Cups, on a 3-party situation, someone involved with someone else on an emotional level. But in the reverse, your hope is to come out of this, maybe perhaps this third party situation, or it could be that you don't want to go out and socialise as much or mingle with people. But with the Page of Wands paired with that, perhaps you're hoping to kind of venture out to new territory, to find a new passion about something. Or it could be with a, again, this could be a younger fire sign individual, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or it could be possibly an older fire sign individual, Queen of Wands. So it could be that your hopes and fears are to come out of a third party situation, or perhaps a third party situation with a young fire sign. Maybe perhaps they're not as matured as they should be as the Queen of Wands. So maybe hoping for them to mature, maybe, this fire sign. Or perhaps you don't want to socialise, you don't want to go out with this individual. Or perhaps you don't want to go out. And perhaps you just focus on yourself. You just maybe want to focus on your passions, you want to focus on your goals, your ambitions with the Queen of Wands. As hopes and wishes and fears. But fear could be representing maybe a third party situation here. Or perhaps this person has not emotionally evolved to this Queen of Wands, who's more mature. Are you hoping, hoping that something would develop with either this individual, or like I said, it could be you, where perhaps you want to kind of pursue your passions to move from something which was as a start-up, move to something where you can mature yourself and progress yourself to a more higher stance. And then in the outcome, we've got the Moon card in the reverse, we've got the Ten of Coins in the reverse, and then we've got the Page of Cups. So it seems like some secrets are going to come out with the Moon in the reverse. about a situation, some secret's going to come out. And as a result, it could perhaps cause you a bit of disruption with the material side of your world, because in the upright, the Ten of Coins represents prosperity, abundance in the material world. Here it's the opposite of that. So maybe some secret might come out in a situation about some prosperous situation which is not quite working in your favour as you expect it to. However, with the Page of Cups, someone's going to come in and present either an emotional offer or some healing to you as the outcome, Aries. Okay, so I hope that reading resonated with you. I'm going to shuffle the angel answer cards just to see what you need to do within the situation. So please, Spirit Universe, show me what the answers are for Aries in April 2018. Please show me. Okay, so it looks like 2 cards waiting to come out. So we've got the situation will improve and improving your health. So there seems to be some sort of overall improvement in your situation. So the situation will improve, paired with improving health. Okay. So perhaps you have been through some rough times, but maybe things are starting to improve. I will pull out another 3rd card for you to get a bit more clarification on it. Okay, so we've got 2 cards wanting to come out here. So it's showing here no. So perhaps something you may want to pursue, maybe that's not the right good time to do it at the moment, but in the near future. So maybe now it's not the right time to do it, but in the near future. So the situation will improve, there will be improving health, but right now perhaps something that you want to venture out and do, perhaps now is not the good time to do it. I believe in divine timing, but in the near future something will develop. And finally, I'm just going to do the Romance Angel cards. Like I said, I can do a separate reading on the Love Tarot as well. And I can do that for you, but I can give you an overall reading as to how you can relate this to your situation as well. Please, Spirit Universe, show me what the romance advice is for Aries in April 2018. Please show me. Please, Spirit Universe, show me what the romance advice is for Aries in April 2018. Please show me. Right, so it could be that someone's being deceptive, someone's wearing a false mask, someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. Pull out another card. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And final card. Oh, engagement. Okay, so we've got here engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So, let's look at these cards then. I can pull this up. So it seems like someone here is not being true to who they are. You're not being true to yourself. Or perhaps there's someone that you knew prior before meeting someone else. Because it's showing here that there was someone being quite deceptive, someone that wasn't all they appear to be. But if you stay optimistic about your love life and have positive thinking about and having faith in your romance, your love will ascend to a higher level of commitment with the engagement card. So stay optimistic, Aries, and hopefully, who knows, a commitment may come forward. Think positive. Okay, so that's your reading for April 2018. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave comments down below. And I'll be seeing you back in May 2018. Thank you.